Hey everybody, in the last video we created our storage folder and I created this family reunion folder as an example. So let's talk now about sharing and how to do that. There's a couple of ways to do this. Let me just go into this folder real quick and just look at our pictures. These are just an example. We could all see that these pictures are in this folder. So the first way to share is if I come up to here, you're going to see this little share symbol. It kind of looks like a node. And over here is going to be some options. But there's also another way. Let me just back out here. This is our photos to share storage folder that we created in the last video. You could also hit these little three dots right here. But just keep in mind, since this folder lives in this photos to share, just keep in mind if I hit this, you're going to share every folder that lives in here. So in this case, I just want this folder to be shared. So I'm going to hit these three little dots. And we have this share. I'm going to hit this. So over here on this right side, we have a couple of options to work with. An internal link is someone else who also has a Gotbackup account. In this example, let's say I'm sending this to a family member that does not have a Gotbackup account. So I'm going to use this link up here, this share link. I'm going to hit this little plus button. You're going to see a link share was created and the link was copied. And by the way, if for some reason you don't have that link copied, you could always click this little clipboard and it'll copy it back to your clipboard. So let me just send this to myself real quick in this example. I'm going to copy and paste this link in this email. This link is going to point to that folder that we created. Alright, so this is my personal email. Let me just open this. And I got this link. So I'm going to hit this grid view just so I could see better. Awesome, so these are the pictures that I shared to myself. Alright, so now let's talk about these little dots right here. So the first is a share label. This is more for your reference. The more links that you share, the easier it will be to manage. So I'm just going to call this family reunion as an example. Alright, I'm going to hit this and say OK. Now the share label was saved. The next option is read only. Read only means that the person that you're sending this link to, they can only view and download. So remember, I sent this to myself. And as you can see, I could view them. And then this little arrow means to download. So I could download this for myself if I wanted to. And there you go. See, now it's on my computer. Alright, the next option is allow upload and editing. So let me click this. Allow upload and editing means that the person that you shared the link with could also contribute to that folder, but they could also edit. And let me show you that. This means now if I click this picture, you're going to see this little pencil up here. And this is an edit icon. This opens kind of like a mini Photoshop. So you could do a couple of little things with it. Like you could adjust the brightness. You could adjust the contrast. And so forth. And you have like these little filters. This is just an extreme example. I would never do this, but I'm just showing y'all. I'm just going to reset this and exit out. Yes, I'm going to drop these. So that's editing. Now, say if I was a family member, I could also add to this. I could hit this little plus icon and upload something new. So I have an SD card. I'm just going to, for an example, I'm just going to add this picture. Remember, I'm the family member that we sent this link to in this example. So now I could contribute to this folder. And if I come back to my Gotbackup, and by the way, this little chain mark means that it's been shared. Now I'm back in the folder that I created originally. Now I could see people have added to this folder. So that's the allow upload and editing. The next option is file drop, meaning that you cannot see anything in that folder. You could only just upload. So let me just refresh this. Share permissions saved. Now, if I go back to my link, you're going to see that I can't view anything anymore. I could just only upload. Then we have some custom permissions. So these custom permissions are exactly how they sound. I could read, I could upload, I could edit. Remember that pencil? And then I could also have the ability to delete, but I don't want that. I don't want anybody to delete these pictures or edit them, so I'm not going to check those. But I could allow them to read them meaning that I could view them or upload any additional pictures. I could hide the download, so if I check this, you're going to see this hide download saved. If I come back over here, now I can't download anything. Remember, there is this download all images right here. And that little arrow icon's also gone. Password protect means that exactly that. I'm going to create a password. For this purpose, I'm just going to create a demo password. And this is more for sensitive data. Now, only if I have the password I could access this folder. Alright, I'm going to uncheck this. Now, set expiration date is basically whatever date that I put. Once that date hits, that link will no longer be valid. So I'm going to uncheck this. We can leave a note. Now if I come back, now you're going to see this little chat box right here. And I could read that note. And we could also share it to our social media. I could share to Facebook and I could share to Twitter. So if I had a login, it would post as a Facebook post. And same thing with Twitter. And if you come over here on the side, you're going to see everything that I shared is going to be here. This example, I just have one link, but we kind of get the point. And remember, this link right here, this little chain link means that it was shared. But if I wanted to, I could either create another link or I could unshare it altogether. Now that chain link is gone, meaning that that link is no longer valid.